live. Welcome everybody back to the Pressure Podcast. Live from our studio here in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Coke and your boy. So right now, I just got off work. He just got off work, so we never really got to watch much of the game. So we're watching the highlights right now, seeing what was up. But the Saints looking like the Dallas Cowboys right now. I think their season's pretty over. Derek Carr needs to come back immediately, or that shit's gonna be down the drain.
I mean, yes, but also remember they have Shaheed out, Olave out, their top tight end out. I mean, like damn near everybody's out. Kamara got hurt during this game, so the game plan was killed right away.
It was. Crazy thing is though,
no bell cow. It's tough. It's tough.
The crazy thing is though is that they got to get healthy quick because Atlanta and Tampa's gonna leave them on the dust.
I'm gonna be real. I didn't think the Saints are gonna do anything anyways. I think their season went when they lost to Tampa Bay. That was embarrassing. I've never seen the Saints defense look this bad in the past few games. I've been watching them.
Yep.
I don't know if it's just because their offense isn't moving the way it was, or you know what I'm saying. I'm sure that was like a product of probably why they were doing most of their damage, but I can't put my finger on what's going on with them.
Well, at least Javonte Williams had a good day. I needed him from my bench because I had Kyron Williams out last week because he was on a bye week, and then this week is
he's playing this week though.
This week is Brian Thomas.
He should have a big game too, because they don't really have too many wide receivers healthy. Feed the beast.
Bo Nix is starting to come around. I mean, I saw some of his throws. He looks pretty. He's always been accurate. The thing is that the game is too fast for him. So
Bo's just managing right now, and I'm glad he's doing that. He's not turning the ball over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rely on your defense.
Nick Wright said that
rely on your running the ball. Absolutely.
Nick Wright said that these guys were they had a category on his tiers. It was like
I saw that.
It was like old school football.
Yeah, that's them.
Because it was the Steelers, it was them, and who else was it? Somebody else that was there that's playing old school. They're playing basically defense. Oh, the Broncos.
Yeah.
The Steelers, and the Chargers.
But for some reason, I mean, even though I have been telling everybody, I have been saying this, that the NFC North is the strongest division, in my opinion. He put that up there, but he almost did that, almost like putting them all up there, like Chicago's in that category of Minnesota, and the other teams that he put up there as well. I'm like, nah, I disagree with that one. Minnesota at the end of the day is 5-0, so I feel like they should be right there next to the Ravens and KC. I don't know how you feel about that.
Nigga.
Yeah.
I think we'll bring out the tower rankings again, but I think that Detroit, even though they lost Hutchinson, they're still on a different level than everybody else.
That's another one he put down low. I absolutely disagree with that as well. I think their offense is.
Now he put them all in the same category. He put
top three.
He put all the NFC North teams on the same category.
But that's what I'm saying.
And
like I feel like you gotta like. I feel like you gotta put the number on there. Like he's putting them there, like almost like, oh, you guys are even together. And I don't agree that Chicago is on Minnesota or Detroit's level.
To be honest with you,
even though we know that Caleb Williams is playing great, these last 2 or 3 games, it doesn't take away the fact that they haven't played nobody. They're playing what Broussard calls tomato cans.
Yes. One thing even though in my tower rankings I don't have Green Bay, I have Vikings in there. It's just because of their record. I honestly, if the playoffs were to start today, I trust Green Bay to advance more than the Vikings do.
I can see that better quarterback play, absolutely.
Well, they're also proven. They, you know what I'm saying, they're a battle-tested team. Vikings, they've been doing shit for the last few years, except rebuilding, and now hopefully it's starting to pay off. I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, the Vikings can't.
I feel like this. Minnesota is a product of their wide receivers. They got really good wide receivers. Yeah. So Darnold's able to do what he's doing at this moment. But I feel like with Green Bay, you could just plug anybody and Jordan Love will make him look good.
Well,
and that offense as well. Shout out to the coach.
Vikings defense is really carrying him too.
Absolutely.
The crazy thing is that I was about to say funny because it's kind of fucked up because I think I said it off camera. It seems like it's a. I mean, I hate to say, guys, please don't make me look bad, but it looked like it was meant to be for that rookie that they drafted to pass away before the season started because it'd be unfair. Imagine if they had that top rookie over there, they'd be fucking 20-0 already, bro. It was only 5 weeks.
I mean, we don't know what he would have turned out to be, but I don't wish that.
I do, because if the good Lord took him away, it was because Vikings were gonna go ham. Nah, I know that you shouldn't joke around with that, but that's just the way I see it. It's just that
that's a little tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, fuck that shit.
If he did that for football, God must love football.
Listen, God loves football, and I think he took him over there to put him on his Heavens team. He drafted him to be over there. He wasn't meant to be over here.
Amen to that.
But
amen to that.
Whoever's facing the Vikings this year, you better I don't know. I guess not pray, but send him a thank you card or something because goddamn, the Vikings are, I don't know, they're a scary ass defense. I'm actually still starting the defense. They're playing Detroit this week. And it's like, nah, bro, you better bench them. Detroit just went off on the
crazy thing
Cowboys.
Is
I'm like, that's the Cowboys. That's not the fucking Vikings.
The crazy thing is, if you really look at Minnesota, go look at their roster and tell me who you know.
I don't know anybody. That's the crazy thing about it. I don't know shit. I think on our first week or second week of the podcast, we shouted out defensive players, and one of them was from the Minnesota Vikings. He was leading the league in sacks.
Wow.
And he was a journeyman. He wasn't really somebody that they drafted or anything like that. He was a journeyman. He played for somebody else, I think, before that, and then he went over there, and now he's leading the league in sacks. I don't know if he still is, but by week 3 he was. So, no, the Vikings are playing phenomenal. I literally picked them up.
I think Aiden is leading, I believe. Wait, no. He had, 11?
Mm-hmm. Aiden Hutchinson?
The other guy. The one from Minnesota. He had something like that, right? It was like,
yeah, bro.
It was like 9 or something.
Something crazy like that because he had like 4 in one game. That's why. Like 2 in other games.
Go ahead and finish that one off.
Oh my God. Javonte, where's this been all year, bro? You wear number 33. You better start using it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with their defense.
Yeah, I think I'm going to drop Jaleel McLaughlin. Going into a fantasy football draft, a lot of people like to grab the handicaps, you know what I'm saying, of the running back that they have, especially if it's like a Raheem Mostert.
If somebody gets hurt, then you got the backup. Absolutely.
But
that's how you're supposed to do it.
You guys have to notice trends too. By the middle of the season, if this guy is not doing anything and you see that the lead back is getting most of the touches,
absolutely.
If you got somebody in the fucking waiver wire that you know that, hey, you know what, I might not need it, but I'm gonna make sure nobody else grabs him. Now's the time to do it. So I think I'm gonna do that. I think Jaleel McLaughlin is done. I might make a trade.
By the way, Bo Nix had 74 rushing yards.
Yep.
I think that also helped him helped Javonte a little bit as well because they was watching out for the quarterback who was able to scramble and get away.
Well, from what I see in this fucking game, it was not much highlights at all, bro. It's almost over, and we're only 8 minutes into the podcast. It's crazy.
All I see is runs, a lot of runs.
They whack, they ass right now. I'm sorry, New Orleans. You deserve way better than this. And they got cheated at one time against the Vikings out of all teams we were just speaking of.
I don't know about that. I thought that was a good throw right there. It seems like he gave up on it. Number 60, I'm good on that.
But I feel for New Orleans because they've actually been a very good organization since I started watching football. I know that historically they won. For those who don't know,
I feel like Kamara came back in the game there.
I was born in the Bronx, so I was raised a Yankee fan for sure and a Knicks fan. I always loved sports, don't get me wrong. I always loved football, but it just wasn't something I followed on a Sunday basis until I moved down to Florida because Florida is football county. Party foul. And then
14 carries for 88 yards, 2 TDs.
Florida State was good at the time. You know what I'm saying? And there's around the time that Tony Dungy got hired to be Tampa Bay's Buccaneers coordinator. That's my Florida team out of all the teams, the Buccaneers. But football is something that came to me late. However, when I started watching football, the Saints were already the Saints, and then when Hurricane Katrina passed, which passed through here first, and then went over there, I felt for him. I felt for New Orleans, and I was glad that they got a Super Bowl. And I was rooting for Reggie Bush because he had already gotten his Heisman taken away from him, and now we see that he had done nothing wrong. There's the thing about how you gonna take away his Heisman and shame the man because he got paid, you know what I'm saying, under the table. But now with the NIL or whatever, now players get paid all over. So what, you're gonna give him the Heisman back and everything's cool or what?
I don't know. That's a great question. I would think they would figure something out with that.
Because for those who don't know, let me put it for you in context. Reggie Bush was a winner this time. This guy was like the hottest running back coming out of college. Am I right or wrong? This man was dating Kim Kardashian. This man was on top of the world, and he was on the way to the Super Bowl. And they wouldn't have made it to the Super Bowl without him. That one game against the Cardinals, he went off. He had like almost 200 yards with two touchdowns.
We thought him going to the NFL was he was a generational talent.
He is a generational talent. It's just Kim Kardashian fucked him up. Probably cheated on him with his college teammate.
But Reggie Bush who
went undrafted.
I
mean, think about it. She fucked. What was his name? Humphreys. Who the fuck was he? I didn't even know who he was before or after that. You know what I'm saying?
It's the Kardashians.
It's the Kardashians.
What are you talking?
They owe OG money.
I didn't even want to talk about them right now because I feel like they'll fuck up our podcast.
Nah, they ain't doing that. Ain't none of us smashing that shit. They've been smashed way too many times. Nah, bro. Fuck out of here. Not even with 5 comments will I do it.
Just bringing the name up.
And don't get me wrong. Listen, Kim K was bad, but the thing is that she was bad when she was God-made. Now she's man-made, and it doesn't look the same. It's completely de-evolution. It's like imagine having a Charizard and it goes down to a Charmander. The fuck? It's supposed to go the other way around. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
So my takes from this game is total annihilation.
Yeah, I think
pretty much took care of business.
I think people are sleeping on the AFC West, bro. Other than the Raiders,
I think the Broncos are gonna make the playoffs.
The Chargers might too because the NFC East, the AFC East is weak. It's only the Bills in the trash. Then you got the AFC North, which is it's a competitive, but with the way that Cleveland is doing and the trash Watson, basically just Sean Watson.
I just really like Denver's defense.
I agree with you, but the way Cleveland started and the Bengals started, it's hard to imagine, anybody like making it out of them except maybe the Steelers and the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna bet against them because we've seen where 3 teams or 4 teams almost made the fucking playoffs, the entire division by themselves. It almost happened last year with the same division. The only one that didn't make it was Pittsburgh. No, it was Cincinnati.
I have a question for you though. This is off script. What do you think about what Jerry Jones did? Did you see that? By him coming on that on the radio station and telling them that basically like I pay you guys for me to come up here and like you guys not talk about any of this other shit.
Yeah, I saw that he was like that. They asked him a question like something says like
basically
hey,
I want you to kiss my ass.
You let a few people go. You let a few people walk away. And you didn't replace him. And some people make the argument he tried in the draft. Well, trying and not replacing is 2 different things because he tried, but he didn't do it. Obviously, it's not looking like it. And he had the nerve to say, hey, that's not your job. What? That's a news reporter. That's exactly what his job is. He's a sports analyst.
He's doing an interview.
He's a sports analyst. And if you employ him, if he's the one that pays him, so you paid him to give you an analysis, an honest analysis, just like Skip Bayless used to do for him. Skip Bayless used to work for Dallas Cowboys, how he got famous.
But that's what I mean, is that I feel like he wanted him to go up there and like basically kiss his ass because he pays the checks, he pays the bills. Like, no, nigga, it's not how it works.
Well, kudos to whoever that reporter is because he's not going to kiss his ass, and you shouldn't. But the thing is, though, how many guys can do that? How many guys have the moxie to go up to the owner and let him know, yo, you're stinking up the joint?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's the one paying you. You know what I'm saying? But you're paying me to call it how I see it, and this is exactly what I'm telling you.
I mean, look, we're not gonna look at it as like Jerry Jones is the only bad guy. He tried to get offensive linemen in the draft. It's just the guy's not good. He's not that good yet. He was a project coming in, so when he took him, he took a guy. He took the best talent basically. He took the best talent, and it happened to be an offensive lineman which he needed because he lost Tyron Smith. But Jerry Jones didn't go get a running back. That was big. You had to go get somebody, and you didn't go after nobody. $8 million, Derrick Henry. Saquon Barkley, he was pretty much a bargain. These guys are stud running backs that you just said, oh no, we'll just go with Rico. Rico's gonna show out. Watch, you'll see. He's better than Tony Pollard. No, you had to find something to replace that. You ain't got Zeke. You know
they
what I'm saying?
Ain't got shit right now. They ain't got no defense. They ain't got no safeties. They ain't got no nothing. Diggs is not himself. Micah Parsons.
CD's not himself. CD's not doing anything. He just got paid to be one of the highest paid wide receivers, and he's doing jack shit. Shout out Brendan Ayuk. Must have heard me when I told him he wasn't balling because he came out and balled the other game. Not this past one. What was this past one, right? It was
yeah.
He came out and balled. So shout out to him for producing on his contract. AJ Brown, shout out to you for producing on your contract. Devontae, shout out to you for producing on your contract. I give credit where credit's due, but if you're not showing up, I gotta call you out. CD, where you at, bro? But then again.
Well, they're on a bye week right now. To
He
say that
definitely don't have somebody.
to say that they're soul searching is an understatement. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they've got to do something. If you're gonna lean on the passing game because that's all you got, then you better make it the best passing game you can fucking make it. Because the last time I checked, Dak is not getting sacked left and right. It's not like he has a bad O-line.
Yeah.
It's not great, but it's not bad. So he at least has an average O-line. He has good receivers. He has a tight end in Ferguson. And listen, Dottle and Zeke can catch. So you guys don't have to refix this offense because whatever you guys are doing is just not working. I don't know how CeeDee Lamb and Tolbert and all these guys are being covered left and right. Maybe it's that they're out of focus, or maybe they're just not calling the right plays, or maybe they just don't even have the right, or people got this team figured out to where these guys have to
they're just double. To me, they're doubling Lamb. They have to be.
And for you Cowboy fans, pray to the good Lord that it's not all of the above. It's not all of those excuses put together. You know what I'm saying? All those reasons put together. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine if the problem is not only that you're play calling, not only that your team's figured out, but also that you just can't do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? If you have all those three combined,
that would be the worst.
That's the end of a regime. You're gonna get a new coach.
That would be the
Bill Belichick, ring. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm sorry, Mr. McCarthy.
Goddamn white boy.
But you've got to get this shit going immediately because Dallas. Let me tell you something. Texas and Chicago, and I would say Texas, Chicago. What's another good sports town that's known like that? Boston. Texas, Chicago, Boston.
I'm with that.
Would you say these are fairly easy enough cities for you to be well liked as a player? You don't have to prove too much.
As a player,
you don't have to prove too much with it. The people are patient in these towns. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like Philly or New York or, you know what I'm saying, some other places that I know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm saying that it's pretty easy compared to other places that I know.
Yeah.
It's easy to be well liked very quickly.
You're saying other than like New York
and Philly and
like
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree on that.
They
give you the benefit of the doubt. If you start off to a bad start, they give you the benefit of the doubt.
Because I know Philly, I know Baltimore, I know New York, I know New Jersey is like that too. I know there's some cities out there. Oakland is another one. Where if you're not producing from the get-go, they're gonna boo you. They're not even gonna have patience. They're gonna boo you.
It's LA.
You know what I'm saying? But LA, I don't actually know. I don't really know with LA because the only LA team that really ever mattered were the Dodgers and the Lakers, honestly. And until now, they have now the Chargers and the Rams. But everybody who doesn't, I mean, if you don't know, guys, LA is a Raiders nation. When you go see a Raiders game in LA, you will see the stadium is full of Raiders because that's who they loved back in the day when they had Bo Jackson, all these guys, and they won a Super Bowl in LA. You know what I'm saying? The last Super Bowl the Raiders won was in LA. They moved back to Oakland in the 90s, but LA kept with that. even if you look at NWA, straight out of Compton, all they're wearing is Raider caps.
Yeah.
LA Raiders. That's their. You know what I'm saying? Every Mexican I know is a Raider fan, unless he's a Cowboys fan, one of the two. But if you're from Cali, you're gonna be a Raiders fan. Ain't nobody in LA a Rams fan or a Chargers fan. San Diego's a Chargers fan, so maybe you'll have more. You know what I'm saying? Chargers there, but Rams. The Rams used to play in LA before, and still they ain't that many Rams fans now because that's all they got. You know what I mean? But I don't really know about LA because when you go to the Lakers, I don't see people getting booed like that. Maybe the Dodgers, but I don't know about the Lakers, so I wouldn't put it in LA. But in Philly, I don't care if you play for the Sixers. I don't care if you play for the Phillies. I don't care if you play for the Eagles. If you're not producing and you are a highly touted player, they're gonna boo you.
Yeah, those fans are different.
They're gonna boo you.
Those are the worst of the worst. I
don't call them the worst. I call them the best.
That's what I'm saying. I love them. When I mean the worst, I mean like throw to Santa Claus in the middle of the game because you're not winning. I love it.
Believe it or not, Chicago may seem like one of those New York, Philly type places, but they're not. If you saw, they didn't boo Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
They never booed Derrick Rose. They take their patience. They're actually very patient and they're very accepting for athletes. So, the thing about the fans are, I prefer fans that are real, that are going to give you their raw emotion. I don't want sugarcoated. I don't want someone saying nice things to you if you're fucking sticking up the joint. And that's the thing with Texas. They're one of those teams that they're patient, but they're not that patient. Not Cowboy fans. Maybe the Texans. Maybe you know what I'm saying. Actually, no, not the Longhorns either. No, after a while.
I think if you start off well with the Cowboys, as long as you start off well with the Cowboys, you have a chance in that organization. Yeah. I feel like if you start off on fire, they're gonna be like, okay, this guy got something. But it's almost like it's wearing off at this point. You know how when the paint comes off of the cars, okay, it's time to go get it buffed out and fix it again. Y'all niggas need to go get that fixed. I think it's time for a new regime. And I'm not saying that just because I'm a Eagles fan, because I feel like eventually in maybe the next 2 or 3 weeks we'll find out if we need a new regime as well, because there's a lot of teams that are kind of wishy-washy.
A lot of teams.
At the moment.
Definitely a lot of teams. Wishy-washy.
We don't know what we're going to get. But when I talk about, like, that's why I say the Ravens, because I feel like the Ravens they're solid. And I feel like KC, just because of that defense, they're getting it done collectively. It works. You know what I'm saying? And they've done it before like that. So it's like, if it ain't broke, you ain't gonna try to fix that. And then Minnesota, just because of their record, honestly, because I feel like they've been the most consistent. They've given up, big numbers to one team, but other than that, they've been damn near completely solid. Diamond, pressure.
But I think, I think Dallas has to get it going, or changes are coming soon, because they're way too part of an organization. They're way, way better talented than this. This is inexcusable. This is not supposed to be happening. But we'll see. We'll see what's going there. So the last live was on Monday. Some things have happened since then. Amari Cooper is now a Buffalo Bill, and Davante Adams is back with Aaron Rodgers with the New York Trash. Now, I'm in the opinion Cooper and Adams are definitely going to help. There's no way they're not.
No, yeah, of course.
But the New York Trash are always going to be the New York Trash to me. They're just not a real organization. We went through this already. The thing about Davante Adams is I don't think he's going to help that much. I really don't. He's going to help, but not that much. I don't think they're going to put him into a juggernaut of a category on offense. I think they're still going to struggle somehow, some way. And not to mention Greg Zuerlein, Greg the Leg is their, their kicker. He's going to miss more. He's going to choke again.
I'm surprised he ain't gone. I'll be real with you. I thought he was gone
because
the following day. Yeah. I thought he was gone.
Because the thing about it is, Davante Adams may know what to do and may know how to run routes and may know how Aaron Rodgers likes his tendencies or whatever. but they're the kind of organizations that's going to fuck up and give him the wrong information for the game plan for this game. You know what I'm saying? So he might, even though he knows all the routes and he knows the tendencies, he might run route on this one because someone fucked it up in the organization.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cooper to the Bills, however, I'm not sure that's going to make them an offensive juggernaut, but how is that not going to help Josh Allen? Because the thing is, Aaron Rodgers
Cooper helps. I mean, I think they both help. I think it's going to help tremendously for Aaron Rodgers because it's going to make him look better of a QB than he's been playing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy because even though he's going to play better, I agree with you. I don't think it's going to be anything where I'm going to be like, oh, they're back. No, I mean, they still have problems in other areas. So when they get clean up the penalties, Adams ain't gonna clean up the penalties that you had. That's a coaching problem. So, nah, I agree with you on that. That they're not gonna go anywhere. Now the Bills, I like that for the Bills. I mean, they got a number one, and the crazy thing is you got a number one, right? But now you got a number one with a number one tight end and another tight end that you're already starting to bring in more with Dawson Knox again. So incorporating those three, I like it. I like what the Bills are doing, and the Bills' defense is solid. I mean, I don't know why they struggled against the Jets, but their defense is solid.
I don't think they struggled.
They kind of did a little bit there, here and there. Thought maybe like
they only scored 17 points.
Giving up that Hail Mary though. I thought that was.
But they only gave up 17 points. That's all you want in the fucking defense.
I agree, but I'm saying like that can't happen.
That cannot happen. You're right. That cannot happen. But nah, for 17 points, I actually don't mind as long as they don't score that much more. But unbelievable. We're over here watching this Yankee collapse in the ninth. Unbelievable. But it's all good. Even Mariano Rivera blew
They collapsed, but we also got to see the positive of Aaron Judge and Stan coming through. They changed the lineup. I thought that was big as well. Which
surprise. They hit back-to-back, and now they hit both home runs. Surprise. Can't make that one up. What do the analytics say there? But let me ask you a question. When someone asks you what's the difference of why you trust Cooper over to the Bills over Davante Adams to the New York Trash? If you have just one or two reasons why you trust the Bills over that? Why is that? Just
really the management of the Jets. I don't like it, and they don't have a coach.
Okay.
You just grabbed an interim coach from
Okay.
From.
I completely agree. I think it's because of the organization. Like I said, this is the QFL, guys. For those who don't know, the QFL means the quarterback fucking league. You need to have a quarterback in this league and a good coach, otherwise you don't have a chance to win. Okay? So, who's the best quarterback? I think it's Josh Allen right now. I don't even think Aaron Rodgers has passed his prime or anything. I think he's still in his at the end of his prime, but still in his prime. But Josh Allen, even in Aaron Rodgers, like let's say same age prime,
yeah,
Josh Allen's still better. Okay, maybe we were overrating Aaron Rodgers so much because of the sound bites from Stephen A. Smith, that bad man that he is. You know what I mean? So I think it's mostly because they have the Lions, the fucking Bears, and the Vikings for the longest time. The only time that the Vikings were ever relevant was when they had that one guy, the year that you guys won the Super Bowl.
But what you like about Aaron Rodgers and his career that Josh Allen hasn't done is not turn the ball over. Aaron Rodgers really
but it's easy not to turn the ball over when you have the Lions and the Bears and the Vikings 2 times a week.
Josh Allen turns the ball over way too much. He's been great this year with it, but his past, like, oh no, that's been putrid. Which, I mean, somebody said that they were fine with him doing that, but I'm like, I don't know about that one. I don't want another Brett Favre.
Okay, maybe he was being too safe.
Who, Aaron Rodgers?
He didn't have that many interceptions, but at what cost? Because last time I checked, he don't have that many playoff wins. He only got one Super Bowl when he had a good defense. That's it.
It can be that he might have been playing too safe, but that you can't take that away from
I can.
what he's done as far as just like not turning the ball over. He doesn't turn the ball over.
Yeah, but he doesn't make the.
He had a season, I think, where he was like 37.
But that means that means he don't take risk. And if you don't take risks,
37 touchdowns.
Maybe he would have 50 if he took risks with 10 interceptions instead of 4.
I don't know about that one.
Maybe. Everybody else is doing it except him. Brady took his turn doing it. Peyton took his turn doing it, and then second year Pat Mahomes took his turn doing it.
Brady was another one who didn't turn the ball over, even though he's got that many championships.
Brady turned the ball over double whatever Aaron Rodgers did.
I know, but not more than Josh Allen.
It's
like Josh Allen.
It's about the same. Yeah, because you're counting Josh Allen's worst year as his every year. He don't always have 15 interceptions a year. He usually averages around 10, 11.
But it's fumbles too. It's not just his.
Oh no, Tom Brady fumbles too, and so did Aaron Rodgers. They don't count those interceptions.
Yeah, I know, but it's not a lot. I'm
yes,
saying
it is.
It's not more than Josh. Josh turned the ball over sometimes. Well,
he is a running quarterback though.
Yeah, I agree with that, but that's true. That is true.
I mean?
That is true. He's a running quarterback.
But I'm sorry, no. Brady averaged around 9 to 10 interceptions a year. He took way more risks. This guy only averaged 4.
If I chose in the prime, I take Aaron Rodgers. I'm not taking Josh.
Well, good luck to you.
In their prime.
Good luck. You better have a good defense because that's the only time he won.
Hey, I'm just saying. Solid quarterback for me.
I'll take Josh Allen. I'll take the risk taker. Because no risk it, no biscuit. That's the way I see it.
And he ain't got no biscuit.
He ain't got no biscuit, but at least he risks it. At least he risks it. Because remember, you ain't supposed to get it. Not everybody gets a ring in the first, second, third year like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he ain't got it yet.
Now everybody's like Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts and gets to the Super Bowl like Dan Marino in the first year starting, okay? Jeez. Spoiled over there. This man's spoiled over here. That's why don't mind him, okay? Don't mind my boy over here.
Be cool, nigga.
He's spoiled. He got to see a first-year quarterback come back and then take him to the Super Bowl.
And now he's playing like absolute.
When you're up there that high, eventually you're going to have a collapse, bro. Lamar won the MVP and then had a collapse, but not that much of a collapse, but he's getting better. Don't worry, bro.
You said that much. You said, damn. You see, you agree, though. You're agreeing that he's not playing good.
Jalen Hurts doesn't have much of a collapse either, though. They still made the playoffs.
No, I'm just saying.
It ain't as bad as people make it out
I'm
to be.
I'm just saying, would you agree that he's not playing up to standard? His standard?
Of course not, but that doesn't mean that he won't get there.
I'm just saying. We need to see it.
Lamar threw, 13 picks that 1 year? And I'm like, that's not Lamar.
One thing I noticed is that his anticipatory throws are not there.
Nah, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
There.
That's not true. That's not true. You saw a game where there was no receivers for you to play, okay?
I agree, but I'm not talking about that game. I'm talking about this game, the following game.
That was the Cleveland Browns.
I'm just saying, they made it super. It was mostly RPOs that we was running.
Yeah, but it was the Cleveland Browns.
No, I understand. It's the Cleveland Browns.
Had it been the Jacksonville Jaguars, I promise you would have put up 40 points on them. I promise you that much. Now, if we see the Jacksonville Jaguars and you only put 20 points on them and still win, now Browns, you have time.
I will say this: the Browns were playing man to man most of the night.
They always do.
But yeah, you're right. But because those corners, but
it's not just that. It's just that we play in a division where you better.
I think some of his throws were very simple.
Exactly.
It wasn't too much of like going down the field or anything like that. I saw 2 big plays, and everything else was kind of like keep it safe.
But you got to remember,
play it safe.
We play in a division where you got.
And if we're just talking about Aaron Rodgers, risk it, biscuit type shit, then I want to see it more from Hurts. But I feel like they did that because he was turning the ball over. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of like brought it back to the basics.
Yeah, but most of his turnovers.
We'll see. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying in that game.
But most of his turnovers come from fumbles, not interceptions.
He does throw interceptions, mostly in the red zone.
I don't know. I haven't seen that many in the red zone.
I see too many where it's like, like trying to create your own, and then.
The only one I remember was really Devontae Smith, and I would have threw it too.
Hey, I'm just saying. Can't keep turning the ball over in the red zone, which he didn't. So credit for that. But
because the only one the only one I remember was the one to Devontae Smith.
If I gave him a grade, I'd give him an A+.
I would have threw it too.
I thought he was A+, but it was easy throws. I thought I thought it was just easy plays, getting player open. Not too many of like anticipating where the player's gonna be. But
when he hit Goddard for that long one for against the Saints, that was
it was, but
and that was clutch.
I want to see more of that.
Yeah, but you can't expect that every single game, especially if it's not needed.
I'm not expecting that every game. I'm just expecting you to be cleaner.
Yeah, but the game after that, you lost your receivers.
Yeah, that one, yeah. I'm talking.
So the last time we saw them, you played a team that was playing good defense, and you made clutch plays, and then a week with the receivers, bye week, and now you saw him against a great defense, and he did pretty good to me.
No, I told you A+, but
so to me,
was simple.
To me, I don't know why everybody think he's struggling that much when in reality, the last 2 games with his healthy receivers, he did phenomenal.
Well, 1.
No, 2, because the Saints were not giving you anything. Back then, they weren't giving nobody nothing. I don't know what happened to the Saints. You weren't playing the same Saints that you saw today.
That is true. We definitely weren't playing the same.
You know what I mean? So I think you're going a little too harsh on Jalen Hurts. To me,
I'm not going harsh. That's not harsh. So me saying that he's not playing good is that's not real.
But I don't think he's not playing good. I think he's playing pretty all right to me.
I don't agree with that.
I don't know.
I disagree on that one because I feel like the turnovers. He was turning the ball over.
He ain't turned the ball over. He ain't turned the ball over
in those first 3 games.
He didn't turn the ball over that much against the Saints. I think he only had 1.
Huh?
I think he only had 1 turnover in the Saints game. He had none. Last game.
Yeah, that was in the red zone.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, but you can't keep turning the ball over in the red zone.
He didn't keep turning the ball over in the red zone. Devontae Smith, he thought he could make it. He didn't know that this safety or whatever it was too strong to leave him there.
That still creates a turnover, though.
Yes, but this is
you can't risk taking.
But how do you know? But how do you know that he can't make that throw until you know? How do you know? Because if it was AJ Brown, he would have made that throw. He would have caught it because AJ Brown's a little thicker.
Well, yeah.
Pause.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But Devontae could catch those too. If he throws that,
it wasn't that Devontae couldn't catch it.
If he throws that ball a little bit more to the outside where he's over here, he's catching that ball.
No.
He's going. He has to go in where the safety is.
The safety was here and Devontae was running like this.
That's what I'm saying.
He threw it over here. No. He would have still did it. What he was expecting was Devontae to beat him out, but he couldn't. He got stuck, and that's what happened. Now he knows not to do that. But he's probably never had to make that throw before with Devontae Adams, so he didn't know that he could. With Devontae Smith, so he probably didn't know that he couldn't make that throw.
So what was the excuse last year then?
That was not the ball over crazy. I'm not saying that that's an excuse. I'm talking about that scenario right there. It wasn't him just trying to wing it to risk it a biscuit. No, he had someone about to cross open, but he was too small.
And the game before that, the one he threw to AJ Brown, Jair Alexander.
We're not talking about that. I said the last 2 games when you had your healthy receivers, he's played good.
Well, no, those aren't the last 2 games.
The last two games that you had your healthy receivers. Hear me.
Healthy.
The healthy receivers was the Saints and Browns, and he played good. So I don't know what you guys seeing that I have not been seeing.
But against Green Bay, he didn't play good. So
he played phenomenal to me.
He played all right.
He played phenomenal to me because
I thought that was a Saquon save. Saquon saved that game to me, in my opinion.
So Derek Henry saved some games for us. It don't matter.
No, I'm just saying, bro. But I can't call. I'm calling you out, Jalen Hurts. I need you to play better. If he don't like it, that's on him. But I'm saying play better, just a little bit better. I know you can. I've seen you do it.
I just think you're going a little too hard, but it is your team. I can respect it. But I told you, these teams are in preseason mode. They didn't play in the preseason.
You did say that.
You know what I mean? It just when you don't play in the preseason, bro, it takes a while to get going. So I don't really count those first few games anyway.
My biggest problem with Jalen Hurts is that this is the third coordinator he's had in the last 3 years. That's my biggest thing with him. It's like he can't settle down. It's one thing after another. What are we running? When he was so comfortable running Shane Steichen's offense.
Yeah.
That was his best year. Then you go and bring this guy in who doesn't really know. He went from being a quarterback coach to an offensive coordinator. And now he's back to being offensive coordinator, but The helper. The helpee.
What do you mean the helpee? I think he calls his plays.
No, he's not the offensive coordinator. He's the assistant offensive coordinator.
Kellen? Kellen?
No. Brian Johnson. The one who was our offensive coordinator last year.
Oh, he's the assistant.
The one that they keep saying Nick Sirianni was like stranglehold and basically had the offense on hold, and that's why our offense wasn't going nowhere.
I don't think that's true.
It's not true, because if that's the truth, why didn't they hire Brian Johnson as the offensive coordinator in Washington? Yeah. They hired him as the assistant. Okay, yeah, he's getting better, but he's not there yet. That's basically what that's telling me. If he didn't get no offers from nobody and he's not an offensive coordinator yet, I don't think that's Nick Sirianni's fault that he wasn't.
No, but I think you got a great offensive coordinator. Don't worry, you're just gonna take a few. But I thought you guys looked pretty good, pretty clean last week against a good defense.
But yeah, I think Hurts is playing. I'll say he's playing better. But give me a hell yeah! But he's not to my standard, and he's not to his standard, and I know his standard, so I know he can play better, and he will. I'm just calling him out. I want him to play better. I know he can. I know coming into this season, they had Jalen Hurts as possible MVP. And if you told me he's playing like an MVP, I get that his wide receivers are out. But when your wide receivers are out, you make your team better. And either way, you're going to make your team better because you're getting paid to make your team better. That's why you're getting paid top dollar. So that's why I need him to play better. Lamar's just a freak of nature. I just need y'all to understand that. You guys, if you guys don't understand that by now, by 2 MVPs, I mean, like, I don't know what else.
I need the Ravens to go grab Patrick Surtain and T.J. Watt. So that's what I think. Or Max Crosby if you can't get T.J. Watt.
I think you're smoking too much of this.
This doesn't hurt. That's what I want. We don't want no offense. We want
those guys are gonna stay in Denver and in Pittsburgh for the rest of their career.
Pittsburgh, and
those guys will never leave those teams. Just like I hope they never get rid of Quinyon because the kid's going places.
Oh, guess who's struggling out there in Pittsburgh? Guess who just got paid and is playing like ass out there in Pittsburgh?
Just got paid? His offensive coordinator? His offensive lineman? It's a defensive lineman?
No.
Oh, it's your guy. Queen. He's not playing good.
He's not playing good at
all. Well, that's why I wanted, remember when I was telling you about what I want to bring to the table here? Because, like, Peyton Wilson is a rookie.
Yeah.
And he's starting on the Steelers' defense. This is a big deal, guys. A lot of rookies don't start there. It's only really been him and Joey Porter, if I'm not mistaken, that I've really seen that have kind of like took that spot and kept that spot. So that's impressive from those 2 rookies. Well, he's not a rookie anymore, but when he was a rookie, he started. So the Steelers always seem to find the backup to the backup. So, like, if we have a linebacker problem, we don't have a linebacker problem because we already drafted the other guy that is going to replace this guy if this guy doesn't perform. They always have that backup guy. So, what are you most excited about this weekend coming up? It don't have to necessarily be football.
Hopefully,
or college football.
The Yankees take a 3-1 lead tomorrow. Hopefully,
man, Luis Hill has had a lot of rest, hasn't he? He should be good. Should be good to go.
Hopefully, once we're up 3-1 on the way back to the Bronx, we leave Aaron Boone over there. That ain't gonna happen. But hopefully that happens. Hopefully,
amen.
I'm thinking about it. Hopefully, I get to go to Tampa. I want to watch the Ravens game on Monday night, but we'll see.
That's a good one to watch. Those are some good teams right there.
But I'm anxious to see how our defense tests up against Godwin, Mike Evans, and them boys. I know they're not going to read or run the ball, but can they throw as much like that?
Mike Evans didn't really do shit last game, but Godwin was eating.
Godwin, he always eats. He just doesn't get. He don't always get touchdowns.
And that running back, Sean Tucker. Yeah. Jesus, 3 touchdowns, 160 plus yards.
Yeah, Bucky Irvin started fumbling.
Watch out, White. Watch out, White. Because I think you might have lost your job.
No, I don't think so. Just because Bucky Irvin started fumbling a lot.
I don't think Bucky Irvin's coming out of there, even though he's fumbling. He's too dynamic.
So is Rashad White, though.
And you know it. He's more dynamic than Rashad.
Yeah, I know, but you're paying that guy. You're not paying him.
That is true, but, man.
I mean, that's up to Coach Bowles.
If you have the guy, you're going to play the guy.
I don't see why you don't play all 3.
Absolutely. Why not? It'll help Rashad White stay healthy.
Because let me tell you something. Even though he's I think he's 2-2 right now. Whenever Baker's thrown more than 40 passes, that's when you could get to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because some of those throws are going to be repetitive. Some of the plays are going to be repetitive. So, you know what I'm saying? After 40 passes, Baker might be gotten to.
He was like, what is that? Jekyll and Hyde. He would throw one bad pass and turn the ball over and then throw a dime.
Well, he has 15 touchdowns to lead the league, but he also has 5 interceptions.
He's one of my but there was 3 in one game, so really he hasn't been turning the ball over. It was just that one game, but he won that game. They went crazy in that game. That was against the Saints.
I thought it was the Atlanta game.
Atlanta game, he was great. He was great in the Atlanta game. I think he had 4-1. I gotta look that up, but I think so. Should have.
Yeah, Baker is balling. But let's see if he balls out against our defense. Let's see if our defense has just been playing good quarterbacks.
I think he's just playing really good. I think you're into for a long game. I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna be a good game. But let's see what Tampa's defense does, because your offense is number 1 in damn near everything. So I feel like
I'm not scared of.
I feel like that's where you'll win.
I've seen 2 teams score 40 on the Bucs already. So I am not scared of that.
A Baker, you mean? Or are you talking about
Tampa defense?
Oh, Tampa's defense. Yeah, no, you shouldn't. It don't matter. That's what I'm saying. Damn, I can't find it.
Damn it. Something tells me Jackson's going to have a Jackson 5.
I got it.
He's from Florida. He's undefeated here in Florida, I think. Oh, no. He lost that one game to the Dolphins. Goddamn Dolphins. Why do we play the Dolphins so damn often?
Who?
We play the Dolphins a lot for some reason. Oh, we don't play them this year, thank goodness. I'm sick and tired of seeing them. We whooped their ass and then they beat us. We whooped their ass and then they beat us. And we whooped their ass, I think, last time. Yeah, because we beat them last time. And then right now it's 3-2 or something like that.
Yeah. Nah, he's Tyreek's in trouble. Fantasy owners, I don't know what y'all gonna do. I'm one. I don't know what to do. But I wanted to drop him, but I'm like, nah. He'll stay on my roster for the rest of the season.
Who?
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, you got to. You got to.
Because then the playoffs come, I bet he plays. He goes crazy because Tua might come back, or maybe he gets more, rapport with the quarterback they got now, the one that played for your team, the Ravens.
Who? Huntley?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Huntley needs to be in a running team system. He ain't gonna be in there. He's not a West Coast.
Okay.
He needs to be in a run team.
Well, they do run the ball though, but they also have the wide receivers. I agree. They have the whole. They really have everything.
Yeah, but they're a West Coast offense, though. Their basis is short, quick throws and zone runs, which is okay, but
that's not Huntley's strength, is what you're saying.
No, he's a game manager kind of quarterback, but he can make plays though. You know what I'm saying? He has some playmaker in him. Man, you have to have a good defense. He ain't good enough to carry a team.
Yeah, that's the problem.
However, if he shows up in a good day, I've seen him do it. He will kick your ass, yeah. But obviously he was with a good team.
I just need him to get rapport. I don't care about them winning. I don't think they're going to win much games.
Well, it's
anyways.
a completely different system. I'm sure he could probably.
But I'm just saying, get Tyreek Hill a couple, here and there. You know what I'm saying? Help me out. Help me out, Tyreek.
Problem is, something tells me, because I'm wondering, there's no way he's not that good that he cannot get Tyreek some looks here. So my guess is, number one, defenses are just locking in on him, and good luck with whatever you else want to do. Or number two, they're paying him so much they don't want to fuck it up. They're like, you know what? Till Tua gets back, put him to a minimum, because they could easily make Debo moves with him and shit if they wanted to. But when you pay him that much and Tua's not there, you're like, yeah, that don't look like a good idea. Because if he gets hurt, if he tears.
By the way, something else I wanted to bring up. Do you think Cleveland, instead of going to the bench and getting Jameis Winston, they should start the guy who was starting last year but ended up getting hurt? DTR. Maybe try and see if he can. Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
He's ass. He's ass.
So you would start Jameis? I just feel like, let's see what he got, like, in a whole game.
I don't know, because the thing is, to me,
because Watson's probably gonna evaporate.
He's Deshaun Watson right now, but I don't think any quarterback can do any better. Not with that O-line. Look at Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but I think that kid has more legs than
Look at Joe Burrow.
Yeah. But Joe Burrow doesn't got more legs. I don't think he has more legs than that kid does.
Don't matter. Look at your boy Carson Wentz. Without the O-line, he ain't 13-3 no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't with a bad O-line. You just can't. He has the worst O-line in the league. He by far leads the league in hits, and it's not all his fault. Not even half of them.
Yeah.
So I really don't see how Jameis and them are going to make any difference.
I just feel like to see what you can have in your future, because the way that guy's playing. But then again, you're right. He's under duress. Right on time. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, listen, how many weeks are left? There's week 6, right? No, it was week 7 coming up. So you have 10 more weeks after that. You're 1-5 already. It's too late to make any changes. That is going to result into a playoff run, in my view. However,
but no, this is my other league. My other league, I'm 3-3.
No, I'm talking about the Browns and the QB.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you was talking about.
No. So they're 1-5. It's too late to make any change to see if anything's better right now. You might as well see if you can get anything out of Deshaun Watson before.
And I'm saying play the rook and see what he is.
Yeah, but you might as well wait till week 10 for that.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm.
Yeah,
it's a little premeditated.
I mean, you could start the rookie. Maybe he'll play good, but it's too late to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
I got you.
You might as well, because you're paying this guy way too much. You might as well try to salvage anything you can from him.
See what you can.
Yeah. Because I think.
Well, Nick Chubb's coming back, so hopefully he's Nick Chubb. If he's Nick Chubb, then they can definitely be competitive with that runner.
I think it's too late. They'll make it hard for everybody else. So You know, I mean, you never know. You never know with this fucking league. You never know. They could easily go on.
I'm not saying make the playoffs. I'm just saying like fuck up other people's records.
Yeah, they can.
So yeah, that'd be.
They won a chance to beat us last year.
That'd be cool to see like Nick Chubb out there and see what he can do.
They want to.
We fuck with Nick Chubb. That's a made man.
We lost to Schittsburg.
That's a made man right there.
We lost to Schittsburg, Cleveland, and Schittsburg. That's really, yeah, we lost 3 games last year. That's right. Cleveland, Schittsburg. No, Schittsburg, Cleveland, Schittsburg. But the last game was against Schittsburg, but we already clinched, so we didn't care. We played all our backups, and we tried to make it a game. We lost by a touchdown or 2.
Okay.
But we didn't care. We were 14-3. We had a bye week. We didn't care. All we wanted was Mahomes in our house, and we fucked it up. We fucked it up. But the referees didn't help either. They never helped. That was clear fucking. Oh, he fucking tucked his fucking jersey, bro. It was on live on TV. Everybody saw that shit. Embarrassing. And that was a pick. And they let it go. That's not even and they're like, oh, see, Lamar throws pick. No, he didn't. He was trying to throw it to likely was held. It should have been a pass interference. Whatever.
What do you think? What do you think about that? That everybody says that Nick Wright, especially Nick Wrong, especially says that Lamar can't get it done in the playoffs, so he's not afraid of him. But to me, he's the most threatening because at the end of the day, he's so good that he gives you every chance to win.
Because until Lamar wins a championship, they have every excuse to say that he can't get it done. They even said it to Jordan, so they're going to say it to Lamar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You cool with that?
I've never been cool with that. That's why I don't count rings, because it's very disrespectful. And they're like, everybody, their point is, but see, they did it to Jordan too. That he was known as a great player who.
My thing is.
But can't win it, the big one.
2 MVPs.
Yeah, well, Jordan had 3 MVPs. Slam dunk contest, defensive player of the year.
I know that.
All-star MVP.
Listen, I know the accolades. I'm talking about
all in the same year.
I'm talking about for Lamar.
And they still said,
why is the disrespect like so much that he can't win?
They crucified Jesus, okay? They don't give a fuck out here. Haters are haters.
That's a good one, bro. I like that one.
They assassinated Martin Luther King. All he was doing was preaching the truth. Okay? Malcolm X, he was a little bit more radical, so I can see him getting it now. And RIP to everybody. But, you know what I'm saying? The thing is, I don't let it get to me. I went through this with LeBron James. I went through this with a lot of players. And it was the same shit every single time. Oh, until they win a big one. The thing is that I don't go with like the flow. I'm not sheep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Of course, Michael Jordan was a great player, but he was not my favorite player. I don't care how great he was. I acknowledge that that's Black Jesus in a basketball court.
Facts. Everybody does.
You know what I'm saying? I love to watch him. I agree he's the greatest. You know what I'm saying? I love to watch him. I wear his shoes, his brand. I love the guy. But he was not my favorite player. And it's okay to say that. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. My favorite player was Scottie Pippen and Charles Oakley. I don't like the people that everybody like. I don't like the flashy. I like different kind of guys. Okay, I don't care what the stats is.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? The thing is, though, I know because Don Mattingly was my favorite Yankee. You know what I'm saying? He's known as the greatest Yankee to never win one because he literally got to the Yankees the year after they lost the Dodgers in '81, and he retired in '95 the year before we won in '96. That's how close he was both times. Okay. But the one time that he finally got to make the play, this is the thing about it, this is not even his fault. He had great numbers, clutch hitter. No team won more games in the 1980s than the New York Yankees, and we only made the playoff 1 year, 1981. No team. How's that? I don't even know how that makes sense. But no team in the 1980s won more games but the Yankees, and yet they only made the playoff once. How is that fucking possible? Explain that science to me. I don't even know. I wasn't born back then, so I don't know. But that's the truth of Don Mattingly's career. All right? The first time he finally got to make it to the playoffs was the year he retired, 1995. And all he did was go ham the entire time. So don't tell me that a guy that didn't win a ring can't get it done because I've seen Reggie Miller do shit. I've seen a lot of players who didn't win rings do shit. Okay.
It wasn't their fault, is what we're trying to say.
And when you tell me that, it's fair to say it because it's true. Every time they do great things, but every time they get to the playoffs, they stumble. And I'm like, yeah, but that's actually the norm. And they're like, no, it's not. Okay, they bring up the Pat Mahomes, the you know what I'm saying, the Tom Brady's, the Kobe Bryant's, and I'm like, brother, those are far and few in between. Most champions have to go through the stage that Lamar, that Peyton Manning, that Michael Jordan, all these guys have to go through. Just Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown. You don't just win outright from the get-go all the time, okay? Not everybody's Magic Johnson and Larry Bird are winning the first 2 years. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. It don't work like that, okay? Those are far and few in between. These are special players, special occasions.
Special occasions.
The Celtics and the Lakers were not supposed to have back-to-back number one overall picks. That's never supposed to happen in the NBA. Y'all allow that to happen. That's why it happened to you. You know what I'm saying? That's these kind of things. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady, it's not going to happen ever again. Brock Purdy's not going to win 7 Super Bowls, and I hope he wins a Super Bowl. Okay? But to me, so I don't count rings. Okay? If you have 1, that's perfect. If you have 10, that's beautiful. I'm not going to judge you because of it. I judge you whether Michael Jordan, the reason I consider him the greatest is because the guy that I saw in the basketball court the best in my eyes is him. Not because he has 6 rings. I could care less about that.
That's like Robert Horry.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Robert Horry, what did he do most of his career? But
defense
when it was time,
3-and-D.
When it was time to make something, one of the most clutchest guys you ever see. So
when you say that, yeah, it's fair to say it now because it's true. Cool, but just so you know, just like those other guys that were saying it to Michael Jordan, they were wrong. So you're going to be wrong one day when you say that.
Yeah.
That's why I don't judge people like that, because you're going to be wrong one day. And people can live with being right until that moment happens. I can't do that. If it's wrong the entire time, to me.
Yeah, we get it right.
I don't tiptoe shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not me. Not in this podcast.
Hell no.
Not at all.
No narratives here, brother.
Nope. I just
if
call it
we
how
was
I see
wrong, we get up here and be like,
we're wrong.
Sorry.
Not
we
sorry.
Fucked up.
Finish him. But what are you excited about this weekend?
Damn, you really gonna ask me that one? I wasn't even gonna. Nah. Dude, you know, Texas versus Georgia.
I know.
I can't fucking wait. If anyone wants to know, I am a Texas Longhorns fan. I am a Boston Celtics fan. I am a New York Yankee fan. And you see the hat, right? Okay. So I guess y'all know that one. That's those are my teams.
Mm-hmm.
But no bias.
Nah. So
call it like we see it.
This Saturday we're gonna be live at 12. We're gonna make our predictions. We're gonna have a brand new top 5 that we have to guess. Hopefully we could get
something good.
Yes.
With a good list, because the lists are fucking terrible.
Yeah, weird as fuck. But it is what it is. However, we're also going to be making a good recap and a good NBA episode as well. We're going to have a segment on the NBA. We're going to list our... we got
to start doing our mock draft soon.
Yep, because we have a draft very soon. When is it, Sunday?
I don't know. Is it this Sunday?
I think it's Sunday.
Wow.
The NBA season starts a week after that.
I completely forgot about it.
I think the 24th, so we only got 10 days.
Tell him to make it late. I'll make it early. Because I don't get out till late.
10 days till the season starts, something like that, so yeah.
I get out at 9,
So we're going to have an NBA edition to the podcast. We've all basically been talking football and general shit, but this is a millennial podcast, so we definitely got to cover basketball. You know what I'm saying? This is our generation, as you see behind us. But we also cover football. We cover boxing. We cover a lot of things. Every once in a while, we'll touch into baseball and whatnot. FIFA World Cup.
Oh, yeah. Let me shout out Rafael Nadal for such a great career. Finally retiring. You know, one of the greats to ever do that thing we call tennis.
And also, we have to be remiss that we forget we have one last thing to do. I almost forgot. The hell's wrong?
Be cool, nigga.
So now it's time for the Bum of the Week award, okay? Because of the hurricane, we haven't had a rendition in a long time. But for those who don't remember, we have an award for those who literally are ass cheeks during a current week. And then we're going to add them all up at the end of the year, and we'll have the Bum of the Year award, okay? And hopefully it goes viral so that we can call some of these motherfuckers out. So who's the Bum of the Week? It is none other than Dak fucking Prescott. This motherfucker is absolutely trash.
And what the hell is that smell?
This guy, yo, on prime time, bro. The thing is, it's not easy for him because when the Cowboys fall, they fall, and he's the guy that they blame for everything. Okay, but this is literally on you. You're the highest paid player, bro. How are you gonna show up to the fucking game at your own house?
I smell pussy. Is that you, Josh?
And scored 9 fucking points, basically 3 fucking field goals, and you threw more fucking interceptions in the red zone again, motherfucker. You belong with ass cheeks. You belong with a G-string. You belong with turds and very, very, very foul smells.
And what the hell is that smell?
You belong in the shelter. Guess who's in the shelter already? You got Bryce fucking Young, who still benches from what I'm told. You also got Joshua, who ruined the entire heavyweight division in our era.
Getting played by him.
Fuck him. You got the New York Trash after being trashed for nothing but 40 years, nothing less than 40 years, and continue to be New York Trash. And then Dak Prescott is now their new roommate. Look at him over there. He already feels comfortable. He knows he's not leaving there this year. You are now this week's recipient of the Bum of the Week.
Give me a hell yeah! Finish him!
Dak's number is 4 years, $240 million. 80,000 signing bonus and $231 million guaranteed.
He's a disgrace right now, bro. I'm sorry, Dak. I like you, bro. I really do, but this you can't keep doing this, bro. 47-9 in your own house on Jerry's birthday. You should be ashamed of yourself. And you're the highest paid player in NFL history. You've got some fucking nerve, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here, man.
I smell pussy. Is that you, Josh?
It was like when they crowned Jaylen Brown they gave him the highest contract of anybody in NBA history.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Oh, he don't deserve that money. He don't deserve that money." Do you see where we're getting at? Jaylen Brown went on to win a championship and become a top 15 player in this league. Meanwhile, Dak is going backwards since he got his contract.
It's okay, dog. We gonna press charges on his ass.
That's Cowboy fans right now. They want to press charges because they are. Yo, how embarrassed will you be if you paid?
Bro, I don't think I've ever seen a game that bad for my team. Like, I see my team get beat, like, let's say 37. But dude, I'm almost a 50.
Yeah, but imagine the average price to go to AT&T Stadium is about $400. So if you pay $400 to watch that with let's say your son was there, your daughter, your wife, they're not real football fans like that, but you're trying to make a football fan. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Or imagine if you're on a date. You know what I'm saying? The girl knows that you like football, so she went out with you. And you're trying to impress her, you got her a nice drink, you know what I'm saying, a nice section. And
you say, hey, we got to watch my team. My team is going crazy.
Ready, she got her hat on. She bought a Cowboys hat with you. And you see that shit, okay? Did you know that on that Walmart size TV, they blurred the score? The score?
Yeah, they did.
You know how when we see it, there's a score down there?
Uh-huh.
It shows you the box with how many timeouts are left and everything. They have it there on the TV too. They blurred that shit.
In the
on the big TV, they blurred that shit. Someone took a picture of that shit. That shit went viral. They didn't want people to really know that was an actual score, because you know what I'm saying. Depending on your eyesight, where the actual score is
You know,
held,
you
you
can't
might
even
not
see
see
it.
it. You might not be able to see it. So you know what I'm saying? But to me, I don't care if there was a score board up there or not. I don't need to count. I could tell
I
some.
can watch the game and see, hey, this ain't right.
I could just tell somebody down there is getting their ass torn up by some Lions, bro. It's just, it looks like
Which blue team is winning? Oh wait, that one. My bad.
one team just looks like, yo, are they a joke or is this like, does this happen?
So
a
the
lot?
one with the stars getting that?
Y'all, they have this nice ass fucking stadium, and this is what you got to show for it. Hey, I like football. This is funny. I get it. It's not aggressive. It's funny, right? Nah, you don't.
So you're supposed to lose. That's how you win.
Nah.
That's how they look at it. They're like, yeah. So if we lose by a lot, we win the game.
They don't.
Oh man, that was terrible.
They don't win.
I don't know who they play next, but good luck.
They're on a bye week, so we'll see.
Oh,
Like I said,
They're bye week.
soul searching is an understatement right now.
okay.
I hope they're not taking a vacation. I hope that none of them is relaxing. I hope none of them is with their wife and kids. I hope they're all going through boot camp right now.
No podcast, none of that shit, huh?
No, I don't care about that shit. I'm talking about no family time, no vacation time, nothing that's going to be outside of the team's premises.
How long is Parsons out?
I have no idea. But one thing I don't like is I saw Parsons talking to somebody that played for the Lions. And after you just got beat 47-9, that I don't like.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, that's not what you were saying. You were just talking about the podcast in general.
That's what I mean. Like, why would you go up there and speak to the enemy?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's the enemy. Like
Kevin Durant.
Darius Slay. Why is Darius Slay talking to Michael Parsons? Are you guys giving information on each other without even noticing that you're doing it? Because sometimes they don't. Like I was telling you that the other day. I watched a podcast where somebody was saying, "Oh well, C.J. Stroud looked at somebody else's podcast and found the game plan to what they were going to be doing so that he can use it when he came up."
Yeah.
Which was smart as fuck. But man, like, why would you be up there talking about your game plan or what do you do to secure this win? Or
now I know some guys that can hang out with people that are their enemies and they still treat them like enemies when it's time to go. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not everybody could do it.
I just don't feel like they should be talking. Like okay, if you're gonna do you're doing the podcast, right? Do the podcast with somebody from the Chiefs or something. Somebody you ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody you playing this division.
Yeah.
And we're rivals. It's not like you know. It's not like the Giants. You know what I'm saying? Like the Giants, I wouldn't give a fuck if you went on the Giants podcast, cause they ain't doing shit. But I see like the Cowboys doing it, and the Cowboys, they're formidable, and I don't want to see that. I feel like the enemy's the enemy during the season. After the season, if y'all cool, talk about it. But why you guys gotta talk about it during the season? Let's keep the focus on the main thing. The main thing is to get better at playing football.
Well, like I said, some guys can do it, but it's not everybody.
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
everybody.
I would say right now, Michael Parsons, you have 1 sack on the season. I don't think you need to be worried about no damn podcast. Better go work on the moves.
Yeah, I think he's got it figured out.
And I already seen Dallas fans talking about, don't pay that man. Just let him walk, because they don't think he's that good either. I think he's great. I just think they're using him wrong. But who am I?
Well, we'll wrap it up here. We'll see y'all Saturday at 12 midnight after the college football games. Hopefully Texas is victorious. We will talk about our predictions. Like I said, we're also going to have some of the prize picks and also the player props going. And we're also going to have our top 5. So look out for that. I appreciate all y'all. Keep following us. I see nobody entered the live today, but we get viewers, some real subscribers, some guys that are really vibing with us right now. Make sure you feel free to hit the comments. Appreciate y'all.
Like and subscribe.
And we'll see y'all Saturday midnight. Welcome to the Pressure Podcast again. Thank you very much. Appreciate y'all.